Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to solve Leetcode Problem 21, merge two sorted lists. So the problem statement says that you're given the heads of two sorted linked lists, list 1 and list 2. Merge the two lists into one sorted list. It should be made by splicing together the nodes of the first two lists. Return the head of the merged linked list. So let's take a look at an example. Given these two lists, in order to merge them, we're going to start by looking at the head of each of these lists, and we're going to take the smaller of the two. So in this case, 1 is less than 2, and so 1 is going to be the start of our new list. Since we've dealt with 1, we can now remove that from consideration, and we now are comparing the head of the rest of list 1 with the head of list 2. In this case, they're the same value, so we can take either one and we can remove one of them from consideration. Again, we compare the head of this list with the head of this list. We take the smaller of the two, and finally we compare 3 and 4, and we take 3. Now we're left with 4 and an empty list. So in this case, we can just take the rest of this list. So that's really all there is to this problem. So let's flip back over to Leetcode and code up a solution. So let's start by instantiating a new list. This is going to be our return value, and I like to start it with a dummy node, and in the end we'll just return new list.next. So we'll disregard that dummy node. It's just a lot easier to work with linked lists if you're not having to check for null values. And the next thing we want to do is set up this current value. This is just going to keep track of where we are as we traverse down this new list. So now we can set up this loop while list 1 and list 2. So while there are values in both of these lists, we want to just compare the values of each of the heads. So if the value of this head is less than this, we want to set current.next equal to a new list node with the value of the smaller number. We also want to set list 1 equal to itself .next. That essentially disregards the current head and removes it from consideration. So if that statement is false, we essentially just want to do the exact opposite. We want to set current.next equal to a list node with the second list's head. And now we'll set list 2 equal to itself.next. And at the end of this loop, we want to set current equal to itself.next so that we move to the tail of our new list. That way, as we're appending values to the list, we're always appending to the end. At the end of this method, we want to check for the edge case where list 1 or list 2 is undefined because we've reached the end of one of those lists. So current.next can be set to either list 1 or list 2. So whatever's left in either list 1 or list 2 will just be appended to the end of our list. All right, let's try submitting this and see how we did. And it looks like our solution worked. So if you found this video helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next update. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.